Hola, buenos días. Yo soy el Señor Morris. How are you all today? Well, today we're going to go over what we did in our last class, and then we'll introduce some new things for you to practice. But I tell you what, let's go ahead and begin with our greeting song. Give me that guitar. All right. Canten conmigo. Hola, hola, buenos días, bienvenidos, ¿cómo están? Todos juntos ya estamos listos para aprender. Muy bien cantado, good job. Try to go ahead and follow along with that song as much as possible. And let me remind you that that and all songs are in the teacher's guides and in the student resource notebooks. Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and review what we talked about last time first. Now, who remembers what we talked about in our last lesson? Raise your hand there. Teachers, does anybody remember what we talked about? That's right, we talked about our greetings. Okay, well, let's go ahead and go over those greetings again right now. Hola. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Scott Morris. ¿Cómo estás? Estoy bien. Hey, thanks a lot for the help, guys. I tell you what, repitan todos. Okay, you remember that? Repitan todos. Hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo, and then go ahead and say your name. Repitan, me llamo. Okay. Repitan, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien. Okay, very good. Now I want everyone to get a partner, and we're going to go ahead and practice with someone else. And I tell you what, let's see, let's go ahead and have the person with longer hair go first. Okay, person with the longer hair go first. And let's begin. First person, say, hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Okay. Second person now, you can answer. Me llamo, and then say your name. Repitan. Me llamo. Okay. First person. ¿Cómo estás? Repitan. Okay. And the second person, you answer. Estoy bien. Repitan. Okay, very good. Now, remember that you can also answer like this. You can also say, estoy más o menos. You see that? You can say, estoy más o menos. You see, just not really bad, not really good, just kind of in between. Or you can say, estoy mal. Ooh, estoy mal. But I hope that all of you are bien. I hope that you are all bien. Right now, I'd like you all to watch this. We're going to add something new to the dialogue that we've been saying, and I want to see if you can figure out what it is. It should be pretty easy for guys like you. So watch this and see if you can figure out what's happening. Hola, ¿cómo te
te llamas?
Me llamo Scott Morris.
¿Cómo estás?
Estoy bien. Gracias. ¿Y tú?
Estoy bien. Gracias.
Adiós.
Hasta luego.
Okay, now, did you hear the new stuff that we talked about? Can anyone guess what it means? Yeah, there you go. Well, I tell you what, let's all say it together, okay? Repitan, hola, ¿cómo te llamas? Me llamo Scott Morris. Okay. ¿Cómo estás? Okay. Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Now you see, this is the first one where it gets a little bit different. This part, gracias, when somebody asks you how you're doing, you say gracias, thank you. ¿Y tú? Okay, so the other person will answer, estoy bien, gracias. And then when they're ready to go, one person will say, adiós, repitan. And the other person might say, hasta luego, repitan. Good. Well, you guys go ahead and keep practicing that. It's a good idea to get those things going. Just use them every day, every chance you get. Now, last time, we also talked about some of the people in the family. Does anyone remember how to say family in Spanish? You think you remember? I'll give you a hint. It's almost the same in Spanish as it is in English. You remember? Familia. There you go, familia. Just like that. Familia. Okay. Now, last time when we talked about the family, we talked about these people. Do you remember them? Here's Juan y Patricia, Emilia, and Gregorio. We talked about them. And the first person that we talked about was Juan. And we said that Juan's relationship to Emilia and Gregorio was, we called him el padre o el papá. Repitan todos. Okay. Then we talked about Patricia, right over here. And we said, Patricia, what is her relationship to Emilia and Gregorio? She is la madre o la mamá. La madre o la mamá. Repitan todos. Okay. The next person that we talked about was Emilia. And here's Emilia right here. And we talked about her relationship to Juan y Patricia. No, we talked about her relationship first to Gregorio here. Here's Gregorio. What is her relationship to Gregorio? Es la hermana. Repitan todos. La hermana. That's right. Remember that the H is silent. Hermana. And after we talked about her, we talked about Gregorio. And what is his relationship to Emilia? He is el hermano. El hermano. And you may see some similarity between the word hermana and hermano. Then we talked about Emilia and her relationship to Patricia. What is she? Patricia and Juan, she is their daughter, or en español es la hija. Repitan todos, la hija. And this should be in your notes. And I think we're going to see a little bit of a pattern here because Gregorio, what is his relationship to Juan y Patricia? He's their son, or el hijo. En español es el hijo. She's la hija, he is el hijo. Okay. But are these the only people in the family? No. There are others, aren't there? El papá de tu papá, your father's father. Okay? All the way up here. Luis, he is el abuelo. What would you call him in English? The grandfather. En español es el abuelo. And Carmen, up here, he's el abuelo, she is la abuela. La abuela. The grandmother. That's right. Well, if we were to continue looking, we'd see, okay, say Esteban here, this is his dad, Pedro, and Miguel is Pedro's hermano, it's his brother. But what would he be to Esteban? He'd be his uncle. En español es el tío. Repitan todos. El tío. Okay. Well, if he is el tío, she is la tía. That's right. Susana here would be la tía. Repitan todos. Okay, very good. The aunt is la tía. Now, they have a couple of kids down here. Okay, Esteban and Marta are over here. And their uncle and aunt have two kids. David here, what would he be called in English? What is his relationship in English? He'd be their cousin. He'd be the cousin of Marta and Esteban. En español es el primo. Repitan todos. El primo. And what about Rosa? What is her relationship to Marta y Esteban? Okay, I think we're going to see that pattern here. He's el primo, she is la prima. Repitan todos. La prima. Okay, well those are pretty much most of the family members that we're going to be talking about. And we're going to go over those again many times. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and sing a song about the family members. And this song says that everybody in the family is here. And then it names a particular family member and tells how much I care for him or her. And finishes by saying that the whole family is here. Now try to follow along and sing it with me here. Toda la familia está aquí. Mira, mi mamá ya está aquí. Madrecita linda, como te quiero yo a ti. Toda la familia ya está aquí. Now we're going to talk about somebody else. Toda la familia está aquí. Mira, mi papá ya está aquí. Padrecito lindo, como te quiero yo a ti. Toda la familia ya está aquí. Toda la familia está aquí. Mira, mis hermanos ya están aquí. Hermanitos lindos, son tan queridos para mí. Toda la familia ya está aquí. Toda la familia está aquí. Mira, mis abuelos ya están aquí. Abuelitos lindos, son tan queridos para mí. toda la familia ya están aquí. Tell you what, why don't you all quickly review the members of the family and then we'll get our activity sheets out. Presten atención y repitan todos.
La familia. La madre o la mamá. El padre o el papá. El hermano. La hermana. La abuela. El abuelo. El tío. La tía. La prima. El primo.
All right. Muy bien. You know what? I think I heard some of you guys repeating out there. That's great. That's a great way to remember. And another great way is to practice with our activity sheets, such as our activity sheet for today. It's called La Familia de Ana. Let's go ahead and look at that right now. Here we go. Start up here at the top. Don't forget to write your name. Voy a escribir mi nombre. Mi nombre es Scott. Mi apellido Morris. Okay, now here it says, use the key to identify the members of Anna's family. And here's the whole family tree that we can see, and here's Anna. So now we can talk about all of these people's relationship to Anna. And here we have our key. Repitan todos. El papá, la mamá, la hermana, el hermano, el abuelo, la abuela, el tío, la tía, el primo, la prima. Okay, well, I'm going to start up here with these that I know pretty well. Here's Anna, and this woman right above her, I know what she is. Does everybody else remember she is? La mamá. She's la mamá. And remember, I always told you I like to go out and mark through these. So she is la mamá de Ana. Does anybody remember? Who's this gentleman? Well, I'm going to let you see if you can figure that out. You might want to try that right after we finish our lessons or later in the day, or maybe take it home to do it. Okay? Maybe you can work with some of your friends. It's a good way to go over. Teachers, remember that the answer keys are in the back of the teacher's guide, so you can always refer to those if you need to. Well, that's all we have time for today. Tell you what, let's end today's lesson by singing the same song that we sang last time called Cielito Lindo. I'd like everyone to sing the ay, 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 ay part with me. De la Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Let me hear you sing. Ay, 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 ay. Canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Keep practicing your Spanish. Adios.